I ranked every single hero based on their strength with the help of 8 pros instead of a random guy on YouTube. And of course, at the end, we'll find out what the best hero in the game is. But first, let's start with the F tier, the hero that you should avoid, and she is the Shield Maiden. She's just a massive meat shield, and even for a meat shield, she does not have a lot of HP. The Barbarian King has like only 3 less HP than her. And the Barbarian King can heal with his super, basically an equally good tank, and his super can support many. So as you can tell, the Shield Maiden is very overshadowed by the Barbarian King. And to add to that, the mini Pekka Dissipate can absolutely nullify the Shield Maiden, and the Mega Knight can basically replace her as a tank. And the Mega Knight is a mini, so that just shows how bad the Shield Maiden is right now. By the way, this tier list is for hero levels 1 to 7, so it's applicable to most players. Moving up to the C tier, these heroes are weak, but they can be viable if you use them very skillfully, starting with the Skeleton King. His level 8 revive ability is the only reason why he's so good high level, so without that, he's almost useless. By the way, I still don't get why his signature ability is unlocked at level 8. The dev team, if you're watching, I would love to know what the thought process was, but you can get a bit of value with the isolated damage, which is why he's not the F tier, but he does face a lot of trouble, especially against the Royal Champion. And we got the Archer Queen. There are 4 reasons why she's in the C tier. First one, she's very overshadowed by the Royal Champion. The Royal Champion has way more HP and has arguably more damage output. Second reason, her shots constantly feed super. That is a big problem versus the Barbarian King, because you're basically just keeping his entire army having +1 damage, and you can see how that could lead to a lot of problems. Reason number 3, most minis that the Archer Queen work well with aren't strong in this meta, such as the Musketeer, the Lumberjack, and the Witch. If you want to know more about which minis are in the meta, check out this video of a mini tier list. And the last reason, arguably the most devastating one, is that lots of minis that counter the Archer Queen are in the meta, such as the Archer, the Miner, the Bowler, etc. Then we got the Wave Master. The nerfs are a big blow to him, and now he just can't charge his super quick enough because of the attack speed nerf. And even if he does, the super does not work well versus the Royal Champion because she has so much HP, almost as much as the Wave Master himself. And the Royal Champion actually fares pretty well against him in melee combat, which is quite ironic, but that is the case. Then we got the B tier. These are decent heroes and they can work well in certain conditions. And by the way, starting from the B tier, I will show you a deck for each of the heroes so you can try them out yourself. Starting with the Monk, he really struggles versus the Royal Champion because he just does not have enough HP to get to her, but he does pretty well against the Barbarian King because he can basically just one-shot the Barbarian King and the carry of the deck is gone. So Monk decks really need a healer to sustain the push and something to directly get to the Royal Champion, such as the Fisherman. So this is the deck that I recommend. The Mega Knight second star with the Bowler should hopefully get some damage to the Royal Champion. And we also got the Countess here. She's a pretty inconsistent hero actually. She works pretty well against Clash ability decks because she can just zoom around, killing the low HP Clash units one by one, such as the Spirit Goblin, but she's also very vulnerable to stuns. So the Mega Knight Royal Champion deck really counters her, and if you still want to play her, here is the deck that I recommend. That is just basically a normal Barbarian King deck with the Mega Knight as the main tank. Moving up to the A tier, this is a great hero and there are lots of good matchups for him, and that is the Barbarian King. His super is so powerful and it can synergize with lots of strong minis in the meta, such as the Barbarian, the Archer, and the Dark Goblin. And he can also be a great tank on its own. Because of that, I actually got 2 decks for him. First one is this 2 Elixir deck. That's basically the most popular one, and that's one of the top 3 decks in the game. The second one is the deck with the Dark Goblin. This is quite underrated, but if you protect the Dark Goblin correctly, he can take care of everything, especially with the Barbarian King super. Now we got the S tier hero, the moment you're all waiting for. This is the best hero in the game, and you should definitely use her if you got her level 4+. She is way stronger than even the Barbarian King in A tier, and this hero is, of course, the Royal Champion. She has so much HP for a ranged hero, and she has great attack speed. Her super can carry the entire round, and you can even use her to win level 8+ Barbarian Kings with just a level 7 Royal Champion. So I also got 2 decks for the Royal Champion. The first one is this very tanky deck with the Mega Knight. This is actually the deck that I mainly use, and it is a pretty consistent deck. And then we got this. Just please don't use this, please. I will go crazy if you use this, please. Now is the time for you to absolutely destroy me. Tell me everything that you disagree in the comment section below, and if this video hits 50 likes, I'll make a tier list of the next meta too, so you know what the best and worst minis and heroes to use in the future. So now you know what the best heroes are, you still need some great minis to synergize with these good heroes in order to win matches. And to do that, watch this video of a mini tier list, so you know what the best and worst minis to use.